Hi guys, Joanna here, and in today's video, I'll be talking about the best Paris Corner perfumes for summertime. Today, I gathered my top 10 recommendations for men and women that I will 100% recommend as I find all of these fragrances performing their best when it's hot and humid outside. I owned and tried almost all Paris Corner fragrances, guys. So to come up with my top 10 best of the best summer perfumes from the brand was really challenging. However, I managed. So yeah, let's jump in. So I'm gonna start this video with my top 2 recommendations for men. And since only 2 made it to the cut, that means something else. These 2 are my personal favorites for my husband this summertime. One is very new as I recently received it, but in my opinion, these go straight to one of my favorite summer perfumes for men from the Middle Eastern market, and this is Green Bet. They recently launched this perfume, and to be honest, I didn't have any expectation. All I know is that from the look of it, it looks like it's gonna be a perfume for men, and it is. So I let my husband try it immediately, and guys, I was just blown away how good it is. So this perfume starts off quite citrusy. It has lime and bergamot that is very strong in the beginning. However, it doesn't give me any dishwashing liquid vibes. It is very refined when it comes to how citrus is done. And then as it dries down, it somehow becomes aromatic. And what I mean by aromatic is that I feel like there is lavender in here. However, it is not listed. But that's the kind of like fresh aroma that I'm getting from here. So it's like fresh lavender, bergamot and lime. And then as it dries down, guys, it somehow becomes powdery, woody, and ambery. It's very smooth and refined, I would say, because normally I expect fragrances to sit for a while in order for it to be this smooth. And with Green Bet, it didn't have to mature at all. It performed straight away, and it was an immediate love for me and for him, which is very important because my husband is quite picky when it comes to light and airy perfumes. He is the type who only wears like beast mode fragrances. However, the feedback that I got from him is that this is so light and airy to wear, and it makes him feel put together. That line was heavy, but honestly, I agree with him regarding Green Bet. This is a very smooth and refined, citrusy, ambery, woody perfume that, in my opinion, smells more expensive than what it is. This is a kind of perfume that I will highly recommend to a man who's looking for a very well put together fragrance to use on hot and humid days. This smells expensive, luxurious, and I love how it dries down. This has a slight powdery texture in the final dry down that I actually enjoy, as I find it to be very elegant. Now, I'm not sure which perfume is it duping, but all I know is that this is a big thumbs up for me and for my husband, and it is now one of my favorite scents to smell on him during summertime. Green Bet is a light and airy, citrusy, aromatic, powdery, amber, woody scent that smells very elegant yet casual. Like I can literally imagine someone using this as a summer signature scent. I highly recommend it if you are looking for an elegant, light and airy yet long-lasting perfume to use this summertime. Performance-wise, let's say it lasts on him around 6 to 8 hours. Projection is moderate though. All right, so my other favorite from Paris Corner for men is Zodiac Solmaris. This to me is something that I will call as an easy wear to use on a daily basis. Very casual, aquatic, salty, marine kind of scent that I find quite addictive. If you're looking for something casual to use this summertime, I highly recommend you Zodiac Solmaris. This is my favorite salty marine scent on him. He has a lot of designer and niche perfumes for summertime. However, Zodiac Solmaris is like my #1 favorite on him when it comes on a daily summer wearabout kind of scent. As far as I know, it is duping an Issey Miyake fragrance that I'm gonna pop in here. Yeah, once again, Zodiac Solmaris. If the sound of a salty, marine, woody scent sound appealing to you, performance is outstanding on this one as it lasts the whole day without needing to overspray. Okay, and it stays forever on clothes as well. I will say projection is heavy for the first 2 hours until it becomes moderate. I highly recommend you checking out Zodiac Solmaris, guys. Don't sleep on this one, especially it's not a new release. This is around 20 something euros, I think. Get your boyfriend, your husband, your son, Zodiac Solmaris. So now we're proceeding to my top 8 summer perfumes from Paris Corner. Heer. Yeah, Heer is the name of the perfume. Heer is Heer. So yeah, first of all, this bottle is very cute. Yellow is my favorite color, so this looks very appealing to me. It's heavy as well, and I would love to have this on my counter, for example. Anyway, I didn't have any expectation for Heer. I received this in PR along with Green Bet. And since I wanted to be surprised, I didn't watch any kind of reviews about it. I didn't even check the notes. So when I received it, I sprayed it straight away on my skin. This was my scent of the day yesterday, and boy, oh boy, this is such a light and sparkling, fresh tuberose scent. I'm not a fan of tuberose in fragrances. However, this is a tuberose that I will highly recommend even if you are not into tuberose. This perfume is so sparkling, fun, light, airy. There's something about it that is very uplifting. I will say it's quite citrusy as well. So I'm gonna categorize this fragrance as a bright, zesty, citrusy, tuberose scent that works perfectly when it's hot and humid outside. I won't say that it is a creamy tuberose. It's more of like a green tuberose mixed with something citrusy and bright and uplifting. It definitely smells more expensive than what it is. Like if I smell this bottled as a niche perfume, I will pay around $100 for this fragrance. And you know, guys, that I don't say that a lot. So for me to say that is something big. I will even give this perfume a solid 10 out of 10 because I really, really enjoy this scent, considering that it is mainly a tuberose scent. So yeah, I think if you are into tuberose, this will be a no-brainer for you. Such a fun and joyful, sparkling, citrusy, floral scent that I will 100% recommend for women to use this summertime. This perfume performed straight away. As mentioned, I was wearing it as my scent of the day yesterday, and it lasted on me the entire day. And most of the time I was outside, guys. Heer didn't let me down. It stayed on my skin for around 4 hours, and it lasted longer on clothes. So I would say it lasted me around 4 to 7 hours, and it was lingering on my clothes still until nighttime. These two have like the same performance, and I'm quite impressed because they didn't mature yet. Yeah, anyway, guys, highly recommend Heer if the sound of a bright and uplifting, citrusy, white floral scent sounds appealing to you. Next up is one of my favorites from Paris Corner, Fayora. This is a very fun yet elegant passion fruit, vanilla, iris, and violet combo. This is a perfect everyday scent. This summertime, you will enjoy this fragrance if you love something light and the airy, fruity vanilla scent. Fayora dries down a little bit powdery as well. I love how the iris and violet combo gave this fragrance that strong feminine vibes without making it smell too vintagey. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna categorize this fragrance as a fun, fruity, floral vanilla scent that I will highly recommend. The passion fruit in here is prominent the entire wear time, so you will have that bright and juicy passion fruit along with the sweet vanilla that doesn't smell like cake, okay? And the violet and iris combo gave this fragrance that powdery texture in the final dry down. I have talked about Fayora several times in my channel because I truly enjoy wearing it. Just take note that this is not a dupe of Xerjoff's Dama Bianca, as the passion fruit in here is very prominent. Even though it reminds me of Xerjoff's Dama Bianca, it is not a dupe that I will highly recommend that actually resembles Dama Bianca. This is a perfume on its own. In my opinion, very light, airy, and wearable, and I highly recommend it if the sound of a passion fruit, iris, violet, and vanilla musk combo sounds appealing to you. Performance-wise, I would say this perfume lasts on me around 4 to 7 hours with moderate projection. Once again, Fayora. All right, next up is Oravea. I used this perfume several times during spring, but then, of course, this is something as well that I will highly recommend for summertime. Oravea is a fun, fruity, floral, musky scent that I truly enjoy. I would say Fayora and Oravea have something in common with them. They are like classy sisters, kind of like Eat Girl classy sisters actually. Oravea is more about the berries. So if Fayora is more about the passion fruit and vanilla, Oravea is all about berries, particularly raspberry. It also has that black currant that gives that uplifting vibe. As this perfume dries down, fresh pink rose and jasmine kind of like mixed with that red berries along with a clean and sweet musk. The final dry down is fresh and uplifting. I highly recommend it if you're looking for something easy, light, and the airy, fruity, musky scent to use on a daily basis this summertime. I find this perfume to be super uplifting. This is a very good dupe of Chanel's Eau Splendide. I have compared them side by side, guys, and yeah, Oravea is a kind of dupe that I will highly recommend, as it is like 90% similar to Chanel Eau Splendide. Performance-wise, I'll say it lasts on me around 4 to 6 hours when it's hot and humid outside, and projection is moderate. Once again, Oravea. Next up is a very underrated perfume from Paris Corner, in my opinion, Papillon de Vence. This is for all the floral vanilla lovers out there. I love this perfume so much to the point that if I have to choose like top 10 from Paris Corner overall, it will be included in it, especially now that it has matured. The vanilla in here is so good, as it is not like your typical sweet vanilla. The vanilla that they use in here is like the same vanilla that I get from several designer perfumes. So yeah, having said that, it smells more expensive than what it is. Now, the vanilla in here is sweet, however, not like a gourmand level of sweet. The type of vanilla in here is clean smelling, but at the same time sweet, you know, not gourmandy. So imagine the type of vanilla topped off with vanilla orchid, light orange blossom, and heavy peony. The florals that I'm heavily getting from here are peony and vanilla orchid. I don't find it indolic at all. I think it is perfectly blended with the sweet and clean smelling vanilla that they use in here. I absolutely love it. It is such a sophisticated everyday floral vanilla scent that I will highly recommend, and I just love it so much. If you watch my channel, you know that I talked about this perfume several times because I truly believe that it does smells good. Apparently, it is duping Gucci's Flora in a yellow bottle. I'm gonna pop a photo of it on the screen. Performance wise, it lasts on me around 4 to 7 hours with moderate projection. It lasts longer on clothes. Once again, Papillon Devent. Next up is Khair Felicity, another feminine, light and airy floral vanilla scent that I truly enjoy. So the kind of floral that I am getting from here is freesia. So having said that, it is quite sweet. So imagine that sweet white florals with the same type of vanilla that I get from Papillon Devent. So I'm talking about sweet yet clean smelling vanilla. The opening of this fragrance is quite bubbly and sparkling. So not like uplifting, but instead like it has that sparkling vibe to it because of the champagne and cassis combo in the opening. I find Khair Felicity to be extremely likable and such a good everyday kind of scent, especially if it's hot and humid outside. Such a beautiful, sophisticated, feminine, everyday kind of scent. This is a very, very good dupe of Kayali's Wedding Silk Santal, and it is a kind of dupe that I will recommend. Performance-wise, get around 4 to 6 hours, and projection is moderate. Highly recommended. The sound of champagne, freesia, vanilla, and musk combo sounds appealing to you. Once again, Khair Felicity. All right, next up is the OG of my channel, Vibrant Vetiver Delight. This is, I think, my very first perfume from Paris Corner, and ever since I have talked about this fragrance. Basically, it is a bright and juicy citrus scent that I will always recommend to you guys. This is such an easy wear kind of scent. If you are looking for a very affordable, citrusy, woody, musky scent to use this summertime, then Vibrant Vetiver Delight will be my #1 recommendation. I'm gonna categorize this fragrance as a citrusy, musky scent. Don't think of it as like something woody, you know, because of the name Vetiver Delight, as I find this fragrance to be very musky, especially in the final dry down. However, to me, it's perfect when it's hot and humid outside because the kind of musk that they use in here is very light, airy, and fresh. It's quite uplifting, as well as the bergamot and black currant combo is very juicy. Apparently, it is duping by Red Rose Bal de Freak. I highly recommend it. If you're looking for a very likable citrus musky scent to use this summertime. Next up is one of my favorite beachy scents, Minya. Guys, this is a beautiful, creamy almond, pistachio, and salted caramel combo that I find to be very addictive during summertime. This is a kind of scent that I love to use when we go to the pool or to the beach. I have like my top 3 beach or like pool scents, and Minya is actually one of them. That's how much I love this perfume. Apparently, it is very close to Sol de Janeiro's. I'm gonna pop a photo of it on the screen as I forgot the number. Basically, it is an eau de parfum concentration of this body mist from Sol de Janeiro. So imagine pistachio milk, slightly powdery heliotrope, vanilla, and salted caramel. It is a light and airy summer gourmand scent, in my opinion. I mentioned that because I don't find this fragrance to be like an edible kind of gourmand. Yeah, very refreshing and addictive. There's something about it that to me smells like summer, and yeah, I highly recommend it. I love how slightly powdery it is in the final dry down, and I notice that I love a slightly powdery dry down in a perfume. Performance, I will say this on me lasts the whole day without needing to respray. And when it comes to projection, it is moderate. So yeah, long lasting yet moderate projection. All right, and last but not the least is one of my favorite coconut scents in my collection. Coconut Lagoon. I love Coconut Lagoon so much to the point that it is in my top 3 favorite coconut perfumes overall in my collection. This perfume smells very cooling and refreshing. Imagine eating fresh watermelon and apple in an opened coconut fruit. That's how Coconut Lagoon smells like. Now, the type of coconut that I'm getting from here is more of like a coconut water. So having said that, not really like a creamy coconut. I'm gonna categorize Coconut Lagoon as a refreshing coconut fruity scent that I enjoy wearing the most during summertime. If you love coconut fragrances, you will definitely love Coconut Lagoon. A lot of people are saying that it's very close to Virgin Island Water by Creed. However, to me, this is not a dupe of Virgin Island Water, okay? As I find the lemon in here very, very subdued. This is more about the coconut water, watermelon, apple, and musk. So yeah, not really a dupe of Virgin Island Water, but very good perfume on its own. And I highly recommend it, as this is in my top 3 favorite coconut fragrances in my whole collection. Performance wise, it is fantastic, as it lasts on me around 6 to 8 hours, and it even stays longer on clothes. Coconut Lagoon by Paris Corner, and I find this fragrance to be unisex. So that is the video for today, guys. Those are my top 10 Paris Corner perfume recommendations for summertime. These, in my opinion, are the absolute best of the best from the brand that I will 100% recommend to you guys. Now, let me know if I missed your favorites in the comments down below. And yeah, thank you all so much for watching as always, and see you on my next one. Bye!